let's have a look at some timber frames we're putting inside a concrete structure here. So I've got a plan here where, let's have a look. Architect's got some plans. There's like these sections here that I'm working on now. Sort of some intricate little details. So I've cut it and shot it into the floor, and then just lent up a stick at the right section, passing it up with my laser, and that allowed me to stand on a ladder about here and shoot it up into the roof to transfer from the floor onto the roof. Now I like using the Hilti dx5 because it means I can do all this framing by myself, not have to have that second person holding the timber. And the way you get away with that is that little prop that you see there. That just holds up one end while I climb the ladder and shoot into the roof on the other side. Now you can do rocks, use your SDS drill, rock screw, you can do knock-ins, you can do all sorts of things instead of using a screw gun. You could probably do the same even with the ceiling when you're holding one up. It's just a bit hard to then drill a hole and then screw it in, but possible. Done it before. I find it nice and quick this way. I normally have my laser set up. So this one here, I've got my tiny little dot. It's got my transfer point. I then sort of split the hair on the end over there. Although I'll go a bit closer and see. You can see here the laser splits the edge of the timber. That goes all the way along, and that lets me transfer that up onto the ceiling. So when we look here, that laser should, let's have a look at this side. You should see, there we go, that laser just splitting the edge of the timber. And you notice that pine of mine looks a little bit different. I like using the LVLs so that way I don't have to straighten the pine or straighten the walls as it goes in. It just makes it even easier because I don't, it's less time making sure the walls are right. And this is a high-end build, so it's not about saving dollars on the actual timber itself. It's more so getting everything just mint. So once that's all shot into the floor, transferred up onto the roof, then I start putting the verticals in. It looks something like this. Now you could build the wall on the floor, tilt it up, but the concrete's never quite right on the bottom. So with these type of things, I like to just build it in situ, and I'll set up my horizontal laser here, like that. Oh, run out of battery. Set up my horizontal laser, and I'll get my tape measure out. Find where the laser hits on the tape measure, write it down, do the other side, find out where it hits, add them together, and that becomes the exact measurement for actually cutting my timber and putting the verticals in. Again, a bit slower, but then I know all of them are actually cut to the right size. So then I get them nice and tight at the base and at the roof for when shooting them in. Probably the 100 ways to do this. You also notice I've got some furring channels in there. That's because the dincel that we've got here kind of moves in and out by sort of 5mm. It gives me a chance to straighten up that dincel wall a bit. And then even circumstances like this where you've got your furring channel that then lines up with the edge of the timbers. So you can see that vanishing point of the timbers. All those line up with the vanishing point of the furring channel. It'd be a bit hard to get that with trying to get it rendered. And we don't really care about the knock test on this build. They're happier for everything to be straight instead of it necessarily being solid when you knock it. So there you go. That's a method I'm using on this build. Like, comment, subscribe below if you want to hear more.